Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. This is one of the few Hondas I do service at my Toyota shop. It's a 2016 Honda CR-V all-wheel drive with 125,000 miles on the odometer. It's my wife's girlfriend vehicle, so of course I have to take care of it. And we experienced on Friday, just last week, we experienced pretty scary situation. She said, hey, I'm coming back in town, I was on the trip, and I started hearing in certain situation, I started hearing some rattling. I don't know what it is, what's going on, if it's my transmission or engine, can I please bring it in? So of course I said yes. I dropped off my project, which is sitting outside. I said, yeah, bring it immediately to the shop and we will see, hopefully we can find immediately what's happening. She showed up in the driveway outside. I didn't hear any noises. The vehicle was stationary. But I said, okay, let's go in the quick test drive. The moment we left on the road and turned the corner, the rattle starting. And I was like, okay, it might be your CVT, which is the transmission, or the engine. It sounds like that. It was really audible, a rattle at certain RPMs or situation on the road. So we took the CR-V in the shop. I let her sit here inside for 5 minutes, and the first you will check, I think it's pretty obvious, was engine oil level. So after you wait 5 minutes to let the oil drain back to the oil pan, which is underneath it, there should be correct measurement. And when you pull the dipstick, and I will do it right now, that dipstick was absolutely dry. There was absolutely no contact with the engine oil, so we knew we need to focus on this engine. Let me put her on the lift and I will show you what have we found. So I have came under and I was looking if the engine oil drain plug was possibly left loose, but this was all oil. Everything was oily, and it was also in front of the drain plug. It was all the way here. And when I grabbed a light and I kept looking at that oil filter, which was also Honda OEM oil filter, this is what I have discovered. I discovered these marks. There was a filter, the change was done, but she was able to pull out the paperwork from the other company who did that because I was not available. And we discovered that the last oil change was done by after investigation, this was done by a novice student in the automotive field, and that student did install this engine oil filter by hand, but then made that very expensive mistake. He came back with the engine oil filter tool and start applying pressure on it to finish torquing it. And we all know that that's a mistake. The filters, you might need the tool to remove the filter, but you will never, ever, and it should be told to everybody, you never use the engine oil filter tool, the wrench, to torque it. You just do it by the hand. You apply your torque by the hand and the filter will stay, it will never fall off, it will never leak. And here, right here, and I hope you see the detail, maybe not, maybe I need to zoom on it or find different angle. There is a very tiny crack. Can you see it? And that crack, the student cracked the filter, and this is what happened. Basically, the oil was very slowly but steadily leaking from somewhere right here. So this was, I cleaned that already on Friday. That was all wrapped. You still see a little bit wetness here because I cannot reach every single nook and cranny, so it's slowly still showing up. But this was all wrapped. The oil was running backwards. This CV axle was completely wet and soaked with the oil. The frame, there was a little bit on muffler, and it was interesting that we couldn't smell it. But it was spread all the way here. It was here, and it was on the rear bumper, it was on the tailgate, and it was also plugged in that rear view camera, which is up there. The owner said, yeah, I had to go because I couldn't see through it, so I had to go wipe it off, but I wasn't sure what it is. So that was happening, and basically, by some miracle, the owner was not listening to the loud radio, and on the way back home, oh look, there is some new damage. It might be from the camping we just did with them. And that was some big rock, huh? Yeah, so back to this. The oil was leaking, disappearing from the engine. The fill is 4.6 US quarts when you do the engine oil and filter change. And because the dipstick was not touching any oil, we caught the oil in the pan and measured it. This is the remaining from the Friday when I did it for her as an emergency, and we find out that instead of 4.6 quarts, which should come out for that next oil change, the oil was very bad, black, absolutely burnt, and we got out only 1.4 quarts of this engine oil. So obviously there was not enough of oil, and the oil was starving for it, and when we turned the corner or the condition changed, maybe it even sucked some air in it, and she heard a rattle from that VVTi system for variable valve timing. When you do the engine oil changes on many Toyota Honda engines, that very first startup, half second, you may hear that rattle, and then it goes away as the oil pressure builds up, and it's totally fine after that. So we basically heard in the cabin something very similar or identical. That was the reason. So now was the question, is that engine kaput? Because there will be damages inside, or if it will survive, can it handle it? There was very tiny amount of oil left. I put the brand new filter, which I have them here for Hondas. I put a full fill of the full synthetic 0W20. I was standing at the engine. She went in the cabin, started up, rattle for longer, like 1 second. And since then, just a pure whisper. Maybe you hear a little bit tick in the injectors. The same engine like before the accident. Meanwhile, it was on Friday. We went camping with them. So there is another like 250, 300 miles on it. And the engine is just running without any problems. Like nothing ever happened before. So that's a very interesting story. I want to share it with you. It happens on Toyotas. How many times we saw a lot of negligence, neglect, lack of the maintenance on the engine and transmissions. And these things just keep running. It's absolutely unbelievable. She's totally relieved. There's no other damages obviously done. It's a full power, absolutely perfectly running engine. So I believe the Honda and Toyota, they are supreme in this. They really, we keep filming it. They have a lot of They can take a lot of abuse from or negligence from the owners. In this case, it was accident, and it was student who made this mistake. We already talked to that student, it was brought up, and he needs some additional training. And make sure when you are doing the engine oil and filter change, you will never use the tool, you just use your hand. There's no way you will be using any of these, because that's how it happened. He went back with one of these tools, or he used the needle nose pliers, channel lock pliers, and that's what I think that student did, because if it was the filter tool, the filter will be squeezed all around. It will be not this way. What I see here, I see one damage here, but it doesn't continue. The other squeeze is right here. So they are quite opposite. It's like somebody used these channel locks and grabbed it like this, and it unfortunately created a micro crack and started leaking. She brought it back for a continuous variable transmission fluid service, CVT fluid service, and I also need to check all the brakes if there is the brake job needed. Other than that, these vehicles I can highly recommend anybody. This generation of CRV, we personally had 2013 CRV like this. They look identical. It's the same generation, absolutely bulletproof. If you do the basic maintenance, which is scheduled, right? This will run for you. There will be no problems with spark plugs, O2 sensors, and so on. At this low mileage, 125, you will have not any problems. Of course, depending how it's used, but I can highly recommend these ones to anybody. Super practical vehicle. Once again, this is 2016 CRV. I know it's Toyota channel, but there is that absolute similarity what we keep seeing and filming for you and sharing it with you. These two brands, Toyota and Honda, are in my opinion best. They are supreme. There's nothing on the market with which can compare as regarding reliability. Yeah, you can buy a more cool vehicles. Yeah, this is not cool, but or faster or more exciting. This is not exciting. It's just A to B, but it's very practical and very reliable, don't you think? Share your stories. What you know, what happened to you or your family. I will gladly read it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.